Hi everyone, welcome to Red Fox Sewing and Crafting, and welcome to my craft room. I'm Joanna. Today we are going to be making this album. This is actually the beginner's version of this album that we made last time. And this just has 3 pages with very simple flaps in the back. So I will be showing you how to make this. And I already made the cover for it. I will link the cover tutorial that I have down below in the description. And because this is a very beginner-friendly album, I will be decorating this album along with you if you're interested. I am going to be using Simple Stories Pink Lemonade. I'm going to be using the 6x8 paper pack and also the sticker sheet that goes along with that. So let's get started. So to start out, I'm actually going to decorate the cover. So first thing you'll need is some ribbon, and I just have this for my stash. You will need 2 pieces of 12-inch ribbon, or 2 pieces are 12 inches. So I'm just going to cut 2 pieces here really quick. There we go. And then we are going to attach them on the outside of our album. So I'm just going to be using some double-sided adhesive. And you want to put this in the center. So I'm going to use my mat to find the center and place 1 piece of adhesive on here, and then lay this on my adhesive, and then I could put another piece on top. And the second piece just kind of locks in my ribbon. If there is another way that you like adding your ribbon, go right on ahead. And I'm just going to be adding my second ribbon on the other side. There we go. And there's my 2 pieces of ribbon to close this up. So now we're going to add the paper to the outside. And I'm going to be using these 2 pieces for the front and back cover, and then this piece for the spine. So I have my pattern paper on my cover. So now I'm going to make sure that my cover is right side up, and we can add our stickers. So because this is kind of small, it's going to be kind of hard to add some of the stickers here. So I'm going to do Sweet Happy Days. And it's best to add glue on the back of your stickers so that they don't fall off. So I'm going to add it up here. In the top corner. And then take these 2 bunches of flowers with the tape at the bottom, and they're gonna go down here, kind of in a little makeshift bouquet. So there's our cover. And then I also like to add some things to the spine and the back just to add a little bit of stuff. I'm kind of liking the idea of adding the little pinwheel right at the bottom. And make sure that it doesn't stick down all the way. And then let's do Life is Good. So I'm going to put the pinwheel down first. Just like so. Then we're going to take our saying here and stick it right on the top of the base of our pinwheel, just like so. And then the back, we need something here too. Let's do the lemonade 25 cents in the back. Just like that. Okay. Now let's turn this around and we're going to work on the inside of our cover. So for that, I have picked out this paper for the inside cover, and then this one for the spine. And the dimensions are going to be the same as the outside cover pages, or the pattern paper. So I have my pattern paper on. I'm going to do some simple decorations. So we're going to take the pitcher and the glass, and I'm going to put the glass on the front inside cover. And then the picture is going to go on the back inside cover. And then I'm going to take Best Day Ever and my favorite things. best day ever is gonna go on the picture. My favorite things is gonna go on the glass. Simple decorations for the inside cover. So now our cover is all prepped, so we can go on to our pages. Like I said, this is very, very simple. So all you need are 3 pieces that are 3.5 by 4 and 3 pieces that are 5.25 by 12. And that is all you need for the pages. For the 3.5 by 4s, you want the 3.5 inches at the top, and we're going to score all 3 of them at 1/2 inch, just like that. And then for the 5.25 by 12s, I'm going to start with the 12 inches at the top. Going to score it at 6. Then I'm going to turn it around. Going to score it at 1/2 inch. At 3/4. And at 4 3/4. Okay. Going to do this 2 more times. So 12 inches at the top. Score it at 6. Turn it to the 5.25 side. Score at 1/2 inch. At 3/4. And at 4 3/4. One more time. 12 inches. Score it at 6. Turn it to the 5.25 side. Score at 1/2 inch. 3/4. And at 4 3/4. And that is it. To prep your 3x4 flaps, all we are going to do is fold on the score mark, burnish, and then take your scissors and just miter the 2 corners, just like so. So I have my flaps all prepped. It's time to make the pages. And I already have 2 of them made, and they're really easy to make. You will need either an X-Acto knife, scissors, whatever you're comfortable with. I like using an X-Acto knife for this. And what we're going to do is we are going to cut out this section right here and this section. And then we're going to cut right along both of these sections so that the hinge is free. So something I forgot before I cut these two pieces out is that you need to cut out your score mark while you're cutting them out. And also, just to show you, I cut these two apart so that this side is the hinge and then this side you'll fold over to glue on here to make the page pocket, which is what we're going to do now. Or no, first we need to miter. So you want to miter on this side, these two tabs here. Just quickly miter or two tabs, 4 corners, just like that. And then we are going to fold this. Now, I like to start with the 6-inch score mark that we made. And I'm butting up my piece against the edge of my scoreboard here to get it to line up as best as I can. Then we can just score this, just like so. Or fold. We can fold it, and then we're just going to fold the rest of the score marks, just like so. And I'm just kind of being careful to make sure that I'm not folding over too much, just folding on my score mark. So once everything is folded and burnished, we can add glue to our 2 tabs. Fold it over, make sure that everything is lining up, and then you can just burnish really good. And then I like to fold over my hinge, burnish it this way, and then fold it back, burnish it that way, and then fold the 1/2-inch part over to burnish that part again. So now we have 3 papers all prepped. Before we add these into our cover, our album, we are going to decorate them. So I'm going to decorate our flaps first. And I have these 2 set off to the side because I want to add these cut aparts to these flaps. So I will be back to show you which ones I choose. So these are the 3 cut aparts I chose from those 2 pages, and I cut them 1/8 of an inch smaller and cut evenly on all 4 sides to keep the images in the center so that they can fit better on our flaps here. Our flaps are going on the back of our pages, so we need to make sure that the hinge is on the left side, and then we can just glue them down. Here are the flaps. If you want, you can add paper to the back of these. I'm just going to leave the backs plain. It's a good place for pictures if you like. So now we can add these to our pages. You want the hinge on the, actually it's better to go this way. So hinge towards you and the opening to your right. And I have added double-sided adhesive to my tabs here. And I'm going to center this on my mat. And our flaps are going to go in the center, 1 inch on either side for spacing. Just like that. Make sure that the edge is lined up, and then you can burnish that right on. So then your page looks like this, okay? Got your flap in the back, and then page pocket at the top. And we're going to do that to the other 2 pages. Now that we have the flaps on, it's time to add the paper to our base pages. These are the 3 pages I have chosen. They are non-directional, so it'll be very easy to just cut this in half and use both pieces for 1 page. So these are going to get cut down to 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. So once you have your papers cut, you can choose any way you want to put these on, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to put the strawberries with the strawberry cut apart, the lemons with the lemonade cut apart, and then the flowers with the camera cut apart. So here are my pages, and this is actually the order I'm going to put them in. So strawberries are going to be the front page, my lemons are going to be the middle, and then the flowers are going to be the back page. So that means going to be putting double-sided adhesive on these, just on the 1/2 inch tab. So this one gets tape just like that. This one gets tape same, and then this one will get tape on the back. This is a very simple way to put these in. No hinges required, just your cover page or your album cover and your pages. So you'll need a ruler and just to make sure, yeah, okay. So I'm going to line up my ruler along my pattern paper here, because my pattern paper is the same size as my spine. And I'm going to take my first page here, add glue to my hinge, and then I'm going to stick it down onto my album right against my ruler, making sure that it's centered on top and bottom, just like that. I'm going to flip this around just to make sure that I get an even 1/2 inch spacing on the other side. Going to grab my second page, my lemons. Again, I'm going to add glue to my hinge. Line up my hinge with the ruler and my first page. Make sure everything's lined up. Then I can stick it down. Now I didn't get it totally good, totally even, but that's okay. And then this one is going to go right on top of my middle one. Just like so. Now, if you don't want this gap right here, you can butt up your middle page against the first page, and then line up your ruler for your last page and stick your last page on there, and then you'll just have a gap on the white part, so you won't see your spine paper here. But that is how to make this really simple album. Then all we need to do is tie our ribbon like so, And then we can cut off the excess. Trying to remember how to cut ribbon correctly. There you go. I just cut my ribbon ends at an angle. But that's how you make this simple beginner's album. I hope you enjoyed making this album with me. If you did, hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of these albums, maybe start making a little bit more challenging albums, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye!